Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3 and verse number 90. Tasmat asaktaha sattam karyam karma samachara asakto hi acharan karma param apnoti purushah. आप साथ साथ दोहराते हैं ना मेरे पीछे पीछे. Everybody is reciting after me. Yes. तस्मादासक्तः सततं. बोलिए सब. कार्यं कर्म समाचर आसक्तो हि आचरन् कर्म परम आप्नोति पुरुषः. तस्मात् सततं का तस्मादासक्तः सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर आसक्तो हि आचरन् कर्म परम आपनोति पुरुषः. Word by word meaning. Tasmat, therefore, asaktaha, without attachment, sattam, constantly, karyam, as duty, karma, work, samachara, perform, asaktaha, unattached, he, certainly, acharan, performing, karma, work, param, the supreme, apnoti, achieves, purushaha, a man. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, A.G. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Therefore, without being attached to the fruits of activities, one should act as a matter of duty. For by working without attachment, one attains the Supreme. Please recite after me. Please repeat after me. Therefore, without being attached to the fruits of activities, one should act as a matter of duty. For by working without attachment, one attains Supreme. Purport: the Supreme is the personality of Godhead for the devotees and liberation for impersonalists. A person, therefore, acting for Krishna or Krishna consciousness under proper guidance and without attachment to the result of the work is certainly making progress toward the supreme goal of life. Arjuna is told that he should fight in the battle of Kurukshetra for the interest of Krishna, because Krishna wanted him to fight. To be a good man or a non-violent man is a personal attachment. But to act on behalf of Supreme is to act without attachment for the result. That is perfect action of the highest degree, recommended by Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri Krishna. Vedic rituals like prescribed sacrifices are performed for the purification of impious activities that were performed in the field of sense gratification. But action in Krishna consciousness is transcendental to the reactions of good or evil work. A Krishna conscious person has no attachment for the result but acts on behalf of Krishna alone. He engages in all kinds of activities, but it is completely non-attached. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Okay. समझ आया आपको? मुकुल प्रभु, गौरव प्रभु, सिद्धार्थ प्रभु, चित्रा माता जी, दिलीप प्रभु, बाबूलाल प्रभु, मयंक प्रभु, please switch on your videos. Anita Mata ji, if possible. Thank you. So, in the last few verses, Krishna explained, first, it is important for everyone to perform yajnas, right? You remember? Everyone. Everyone should participate in the cycle of sacrifice. If one does not, then Krishna called it, he is sinful and living a useless life. So this was Krishna's verdict for people living in this material world. Okay. And then Krishna said, but one who is living a life of Krishna consciousness, who is fully surrendered to Krishna, he is not obliged to perform these yajnas, these so-called prescribed duties. He is not obliged. So such material laws are not applicable to him, to a devotee, sincere devotee. I must distinguish. Why? Because he is already beyond the three modes of material nature, and hence such laws of material nature are not applicable to him. For example, traffic light is applicable for you and me, correct? If you don't comply with this norm, we are liable to be punished. But if Prime Minister comes, is this traffic light applicable to him? It's not applicable to him. He can go anywhere. आगे भी गाड़ी, पीछे भी गाड़ी, ऊपर वो घूमता है, and he can go anywhere. Right? So he is beyond such state laws, though he has made these laws. Similarly, material laws are applicable for people who are living materially in this material world for material sense gratification. For people who have understood this is not a place to live and hence surrendered to Krishna, living a spiritual life, all these material laws are not applicable to them. I gave one example in the previous class also. Somebody who is flying in aeroplane, road traffic laws are not applicable to him. Correct. He is beyond traffic laws on the road. He is transcended level of load. Similarly, devotee who has transcended material aspects of life, such laws are not applicable to him. Now in the next three verses, Krishna is going to explain Though these laws, these prescribed duties, he is not obliged to perform, still he performs. Why? To set a good example for a common man. Krishna will give two examples also, Janak Maharaj and himself. How Janak Maharaj perfected his life by simply following his prescribed duties. How when he was, Krishna was a householder, living in Dwarka with 16,108, wives, he also performed prescribed duties to set good example for a common man. When Narad Muni wanted to meet Krishna in Dwarka, he went to all the palaces and he saw Krishna is engaged in different householder activities, performing different yagyas in different palaces at the same time, because Krishna was present everywhere. Krishna expanded himself and present everywhere in all the palaces. So a devotee also performs all prescribed duties to set a good example for a common man. Yes, even being in householder life, eh, one can become a devotee, a wonderful devotee of Krishna. People should see such examples now. Otherwise, how will they get convinced? Yes or no? If there are no such examples, if only renunciate who has renounced his life, his family, if he only can become devotee, then who will become devotee? Who would like to become devotee? There's a to heck with, to hell with. I have my family, I have my business. I don't want to get into all this complication. You have to leave everything and then, because he is not in that mental state to appreciate devotional life. So Krishna is saying such people, though they are beyond such material laws, they're not liable to perform these prescribed duties. They still perform to set a good example for common people to see. Yes, even while in the midst of family, in the midst of all material activities, one can become a wonderful devotee. But how he lives, Krishna explains in today's verse. Correct? Anasakta, without attachment. This is the crux of living in a householder's life. How to remain in the midst of material life, but remain untouched by material life. Like, lotus flower lives in water, but untouched by water. Correct? आपने देखा lotus flower never touches water, but it lives in water. So Krishna is trying to teach the art of living in this material world, but still out of material world. Living in this material world, but still out of this material world. Not touching the material aspects of this material world. Anasaktaha. Tasmad, therefore, asaktaha. Asaktaha, without attachment. Saktam, constantly. Karyam, as a matter of duty. Karma samachara. So this devotee also does all material activities as a matter of duty. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई भक्त बन गया जब करने लगा तो he'll stop going to office, he'll stop giving his time for business, he'll stop giving time to his family and friends and relatives. No. But externally he will look like attached, internally he will be completely detached. That is the beauty, or the method suggested by Srimad Bhagavatam. How to remain in householder's life: externally attached, internally detached. Once Ramanacharya saw his sannyasi disciples were very attached to small, small things. In the dress of a renunciate sadhu, they were very attached. She wanted to teach them a lesson. Because the sannyasi did not have good view about householders being detached. उनको लगता भाई हम ही detached हैं, गेरुआ वस्त्र पहना है, saffron clothes, and we have left family and living isolated in ashram, and so we are detached. And all these householders are like fully attached, materialist, and have their businesses, dealings are material, relationships are material. Only we are detached. Sanamacharya, very exalted Acharya of Sri Sampradaya, wanted to teach a lesson to his sannyasi disciples. So, what he did, in the night when they were sleeping, he interchanged their coping, वो जो पहनते हैं ना, कपड़े पहनते हैं, वो इंटरचेंज कर दिए, कुछ को फाड़ दिया. In the morning, when sannyasis got up, they saw their clothes were torn. They started fighting each other. And they thought maybe somebody else, did this. So they had big arguments, and to the extent they even started fighting. And Ramacharya did not say anything. He said, "This is the realistic picture of my sannyasis, my so-called renunciate disciples were fighting for a piece of cloth. So much of attachment to a piece of cloth. People get attached to the place they sit. है ना, सभी कभी मंदिर में मॉर्निंग में जपा करने आते हैं ना, बोलते यहाँ से उठो प्रभु जी, यहाँ मैं बैठ के जप करता हूँ. दिस इज माय प्लेस. Attachment to place, one square yard, a piece of land. Then he asked his disciples, sannyasi disciples, to go and steal ornaments from his householder's house. He had one, very dedicated, surrendered householder couple. He sent his sannyasis, go and steal. So he gave instruction, and they say Guru by instruction, I'm sure there must be some reasons. They followed. So sannyasi went to his disciple, who was a householder, to steal ornaments. So that night, the husband had gone out. He was not at home. Only wife was at home. And she was sleeping. She was sleeping, and this sannyasi entered the room. He didn't see anything. He only saw this, Mataji wearing ornaments. So he tried to remove ornaments from the body of this Mataji. This Mataji realized, oh, this is my god brother, because she was also a disciple of Ramacharya. He said, my god brother has come to steal something, to take some ornaments. It means my guru literally needs some wealth, needs some money, to run the ashram. That's why they've come. So what she did, she turned one side so that he could remove all these ornaments easily. So one side she was lying down like this, and for one hand he removed bangles and like this, what do you call, ring and all that. And then she thought, let me turn the other side so that he can remove from other side also. So while she was turning, this sannyasi thought, oh, she has woken up. He got scared, and he ran out of the house. At the same time, her husband entered. Prabhuji entered the house, and then she told the entire story to her husband that so and so Prabhuji had come, to take some ornaments, to take some money. Maybe Guru Maharaj needs some money. So I turned one side and he removed. I was trying to turn other side and he ran away. The husband started chastising wife. Why? Arey, you should have moved very softly. Why did you move with so much of noise around? And he got scared and ran away. He could not take ornament from the other side. And sannyasi from the window is hearing all of this. What is happening in the house? Wife gave away ornaments as an offering to Guru. While she was turning, sannyasi ran away, and husband is chastising her. Why did you move so fast? You should move very slowly. So he was in position to remove ornament from the other side also. Sannyasi was like completely ashamed because he was the one who was fighting for a piece of cloth, and he is a householder who is ready to give up everything to please his guru. No attachment, completely detached. But from the outside, looks like he's living in a house, wearing ornaments, living, sleeping on a nice bed, having a nice car outside. He looks very attached externally, but internally, look at the level of attachment they had. They were ready to give everything and everything. So it's not that such examples are there only in history. Such examples are present even today. They are devotees who give up everything to please Krishna. So they may look completely attached, but they are completely detached. This is what Krishna is saying. So devotees continue to perform. Otherwise, they can leave and go and stay in Vrindavan and perform bhakti. है ना? Anyway, they don't have many material desires. They don't need too much of money. Correct? They're leading a very simple life. Even if you don't have anything, Vrindavan will get prasadam and some place to stay. They come and stay and live peacefully. But they continue to do it on the order of Guru to set a good example for the rest of society that even a householder can lead a very wonderful devotional life. Okay, he did not leave or renounce everything materially and then go in isolation, go some isolated place and perform devotional activities. Another example to illustrate this point, Ambrish Maharaj, he was a Samrat, king of the entire earth. And now you can imagine what all opulences he had. You know? Eh? Beautiful wife, beautiful, nice children, maids, servants all around, delicious food available anytime, ornaments, everything available, horses, elephants. So he is a householder, Amrish Maharaj, and looks like he's very attached, leading a very material life. So one Durvasa Muni came. Now Durvasa Muni is a yogi, renunciate, leading a very renounced life, externally very detached. Ambrish Maharaj, externally very attached. Durvasa Muni, externally very detached. Correct? Now, Durvasa Muni came along with his 10,000 disciples when Ambrish Maharaj was about to break his fast on Dwadashi day. एकादशी का फास्ट रखा था ये मथुरा में. He had come to break his fast. While he was about to break his fast, Durvasa Muni came. He said, "We are hungry. Please arrange prasadam for us." Okay. And went back saying, "We are going to Yamuna to take bath. So after some time we'll come back. In the meantime, make arrangement to feed us." पारण का समय निकलता जा रहा है. Amrish Maharaj is thinking what to do. I cannot eat anything without feeding my guests. First you should feed guests and then you should have. At the same time I have to break my fast. Then he took advice from Brahmanas and then he took Charanamrit. In Shastra it is mentioned taking Charanamrit is as good as breaking fast, is also not breaking fast, not consuming anything. So he took some Charanamrit. That's it. To break his, he had kept Nirjala without water, so Chanamat can break the fast. The moment he took Chanamat, Durvasa Muni was a big yogi, mystic yogi. He got to know that he is having something. Amrish Maharaj, without feeding us, he is consuming something. So he got wild, got very angry. He came. Listen very careful. Huh? There's a very nice lesson in this. I think I video off. I hope they are hearing. I'm always worried about these devotees who are hidden behind. So, so when Dhruvasa Muni saw he's consuming, he came to that place and he started chastising Amrish Maharaj. What kind of king you are? What kind of host you are? Without feeding guests, and you're consuming or eating, drinking. And he was a yogi, so he pulled one hair from his head, and from that hair he manifested one demon and instructed demon to kill Amrish Maharaj very moment. And Amrish Maharaj, when this demon was approaching Amrish Maharaj to kill him, he did not budge even a single 1 inch from that place. हम आप होते तो भागते वहां से ना, and you would have been in front and demon would have been behind you, correct? He did not budge even a single inch from there. What does it show? It shows complete detachment even to his body. Forget about other thing. Even to his body he has no attachment. He's saying, Krishna, if you want to kill me, kill. If you want to protect me, protect your desire. But he did not make any endeavor to protect him. He did not make any effort, any endeavor to protect him. He became completely dependent on Krishna. Whatever you want to do, Ashirasya Padratam Pinishtumam. 8वां श्लोक शास्त्रकम का. You kill me or embrace me, don't worry, you still will be my worshipable Lord. That is the mood of an exalted devotee. You kill me or protect me, doesn't matter. No attachment to this body. This was the mood of Amrish Maharaj, who was supposed to be a materialist king of this earth with wife, children, completely detached from everything. No attachment. मैं मर जाऊंगा तो रातें चला जाएगा, मेरी बीवी बच्चे, no attachment whatsoever. On the other hand, when that demon was about to kill Amrish Maharaj, immediately Krishna sent his Sudarshan Chakra to kill that demon and Durvasa. The demon, that Sudarshan Chakra appeared immediately, killed the demon, and started running after Durvasa Muni. Now he is the most detached yogi. Now he is running for his life, and behind you have Sudarshan. So-called yogi is so much attached to his body, to his life, to his mystic yogic powers, and he is running to save his life, and behind you have Sudarshan Chakra. He went to Brahma, he went to Shiva, and finally went to Vishnu to protect his life. And he is a householder who did not budge from his position even an inch to protect himself. Completely detached and attached to Krishna. Now, what is the difference between the two? The only difference is Durvasa Muni was detached, but he was not attached to Krishna. And Amrish Maharaj was though not detached externally, but he was very attached to Krishna. And hence, internally, he was completely detached. That's what Krishna is teaching now. Even in household life, you can do everything, run your business, go to office, go to your shop, go to your school, college, whatever you do, go to your hospital, no problem. But do everything in a detached manner, without any attachment to the results. Why? Results belong to Krishna, do not belong to us. Write this down. When we work for us, we will be miserable. When we work for Krishna, we will be peaceful. Ambrish Maharaj was peaceful. That household in Ramacharya, was peaceful. Isn't it? Durvasa was agitated. He had so many yogic powers, agitated, disturbed, miserable. One who lives his life for Krishna is peaceful. One who lives his life for himself, his family, he is always miserable, always anxious, full of anxiety. So no one loses anything if he gives the result to Krishna. What is there to lose? There's only to gain. Do you think if you give something Krishna, Krishna will sit idle? Krishna will give himself. Himself means who is Krishna? He's a proprietor of everything we can see. Janmadi, what do you call? Aham sarvasya prabhu, matta parvam matta sarvam pravartate. Everything, he's the root of everything. He's the source of everything. What is that which he cannot give us? There's nothing. So if you give little bit of result to Krishna, what is there to lose? Nothing. What do we have? What do we own? How long we will own? Kab tak? Better give it to Krishna and get his blessings. But after we are gone, this money or wealth or this body is of no use to us. We can't do anything. Now, how do we develop this detachment? By developing attachment with Krishna. Otherwise, not possible. One who is more attached to Krishna, he is naturally detached from material aspects of life. Naturally. No extra endeavor required. Amrish Maharaj had to do nothing special to express his detachment. He was naturally detached. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Priyojita Janiyati Ashu Vairagyam. This Vairagyam or detachment, Janiyati Ashu. Ashu means immediate develops. This Vairagya or detachment develops immediately when Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga. Just worship Krishna, serve Krishna, work for him. Working for ourselves entangles. Working for Krishna liberates. As simple as that. And yesterday we were discussing Bhagavad Gita. I heard in lecture in Vrindavan. Attachment develops when you relish spiritual rasa. But one who wants to relish material rasa also, he cannot relish spiritual rasa. He is not qualified to, enjoy, the bliss out of spiritual activity. He cannot. That's why we are supposed to follow certain norms so that we control our senses for material sense enjoyment, so that we get opportunity to relish spiritual rasa, spiritual bliss. And then one experiences spiritual ananda, his attachment to material ananda goes immediately. Param dishtva nivartate. If you get something better, you will lose something which is, of quality lower than that, isn't it? So when you relish, when you experience spiritual bliss, joy, you naturally, renounce material rasa, sense gratification. But you have to give a chance to experience that. You have to perform these activities to experience that. You have to control senses, by avoiding few things which you're supposed to according to our Shastras. Then this attachment develops naturally, or attachment to Krishna develops naturally. You come to temple and see people are so peaceful. You must have experienced yourself. You may be so miserable, agitated. The moment you enter temple, live temple, like where deities are worshipped nicely, not any temple. I'm sorry to say this. Temple is a temple when there are nice deities being served like Supreme Lord, where there's prasadam distribution, where there's a holy name being chanted all the time, with a Krishna Katha going on all the time, where you get association of devotee, that is temple. Every place where you have some statue is not a temple, unless these 4 or 5 things are present. First, deities being worshipped as Supreme Lord. You come and see in ISKCON temples, the level of standard of worship, very high. Who can worship them like, Supreme Lord, who is hearing constantly? Only those people can worship them like God. Otherwise, for everybody else, it's like, some murti who is helping to get some donation. People come, bow their head, put some money in the donation box, bas, ho gaya mandira kaam. That is not temple. The one, deities and their service standard is very high. Second, there is always prasadam distribution. Third, always holy name being chanted. Fourth, there's always Krishna Katha going on. And fifth, where you actually get association of pure devotees. Then this place is called temple. So when you enter such temple, you will realize your all anxieties vanish immediately, disappear. Why? Because you have entered into a place which is not influenced by 3 modes. Temple is a place, it's like embassy of Golok Vrindavan, where 3 modes are not active. Why? Because these 5 things are happening. Pure devotees are present. Krishna Katha is going on, which is transcendental. Prasadam be distributed, which is transcendental. Deities are transcendental, they themselves Supreme Lord, and devotees. So when you enter such place, anxieties vanish. Have you experienced this? You become peaceful. When you hear Krishna Katha, you become peaceful. क्लास से पहले हो सकता है आपके मन में बहुत सारी एंजाइटीज हो, बहुत सारी चिंताएं हो, बट व्हेन यू हियरिंग गीता भागवतम, at least for that time forget everything. All anxieties go away. Why? Because this is transcendental, divya, spiritual. It is beyond 3 modes. So when you offer the results of every activity to Krishna, that activity becomes transcendental. No more material, so no more source of anxiety, no more source of misery. But as long as it is material, it is bound to give misery. It is the nature of material world. Dukhale mashashvatam. आप समझ पा रहे हैं? As long as any activity you perform, it is at the level of materialism, it is bound to give pain, misery. But this is the nature of material activities. The moment you make it spiritual or transcendental by offering the result of the activities to Krishna, you become peaceful. By giving, you become peaceful. We think by getting we become peaceful. No, by giving you become peaceful. I mean, give something to Krishna, Krishna will reward you beyond your expectation. What did Sudama give to Krishna? A handful of rice. What did he give? Nothing. I don't know. क्या दिया? मुट्ठी भर चिवड़ा, rice. And what did he get in return? Beyond his expectation. What did that flower, not that fruit lady gave Krishna? Few fruits. And what did she get in return? Beyond expectation. There is not even a single example in the history in any of spiritual books in which anyone who has given something to Krishna and has become poor. So this is what Krishna is saying. Don't carry this baggage, give it to me. Don't carry this pain, misery, give it to me. Why are you bothered? Why are you paining yourself? Why are you troubling yourself by carrying this baggage on your shoulder? Give it to me and become peaceful. Tell me, आप देखते हैं लोगों को, according to you, your own experience, who looks more peaceful, a billionaire or a sadhu, real sadhu? Who is more peaceful? Who has nothing, no account, no house, nothing of his own? Who is more peaceful? Tell me, please. I raise your hand, I'll unmute if you want to say. Yes, Manju Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। प्रभु जी, जो साधु है वो ज्यादा सुखी है, ज्यादा प्रसन्न है, उनके मन में ज्यादा शांति है, और जो रिच है उन्हें तो शांति नहीं है प्रभु जी।
भगवद गीता का 2.66 श्लोक निकालिए चांदनी माता and read 2.66. What is the peace formula? Krishna is told in Bhagavad Gita, and we all experience this. Listen carefully. Unmute yourself.
मुझे आया हिंदी वाला।
अच्छा, हिंदी पढ़ो।
जो कृष्ण भावनामृत में परमेश्वर से संबंधित नहीं है, उसकी न तो बुद्धि दिव्य होती है और न ही मन स्थिर होता है, जिसके बिना शांति की कोई संभावना नहीं है।
कोई संभावना नहीं है। This is a diktat verdict of Krishna. Can it be proved wrong? No. It'll be a fact, a truth in all situations. One who is not connected with Krishna, his intelligence is not transcendental, his mind is unstable, anxious all the time, and there is no possibility of peace in an unstable mind. आगे पढ़ो।
बिना शांति की कोई जिसके बिना शांति की कोई संभावना नहीं है, शांति के बिना सुख हो भी कैसे सकता है?
अशांतस्य कुतो सुखम। शांति के बिना सुख कैसे अनुभव कर सकते हैं? आपका मन अशांत है, आपको कुछ भी दे दिया जाए, लड्डू, पेड़े, कपड़े, ऑर्नामेंट, कुछ भी दे दो, आपको कोई उसका सुख मिलने वाला नहीं है यदि मन अशांत है तो। So work for Krishna. Don't work for yourself and become miserable. This is what Krishna is teaching in this verse. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita another, verse. This is, just hold on. Where did I keep that? This is, just hold on. Yes, this is verse number 9.27. So what should be a mood while working? Yat karoshi yat asnasi. 9.27. Yaj juhoshi dadash yat. Yat tapasyasi konteya. Tat krushva mad arpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, whatever you give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. Okay? Just hold on. I think move this. Yes. Okay. I'll repeat. Krishna is telling Arjuna, whatever you do it for me as an offering to me. Whatever you eat, offer me and then eat. Whatever you offer or give away, give it to me. Whatever austerities you perform for me. Prabhupada writes, thus it is the duty of everyone to mold his life in such a way that he will not forget Krishna in any circumstance. This is the perfection of life. How not to forget Krishna even for a moment. The very purpose of all devotional activities is to remember Krishna all the time, not to forget. To remain Krishna conscious all the time. And Prabhupada is saying, mold your life according to that. Don't find reasons why you cannot do. Bring changes in your life, in your lifestyle. You know, कब तक हम कहते रहेंगे समय नहीं है प्रभु जी, समय नहीं है, हम बहुत बिजी हैं, बहुत बिजी हैं. We're cheating ourselves, we're fooling ourselves by making such statements. If this is the goal of life, if this is where peace of mind is hidden, real bliss is hidden, why not bring structural changes in our life so that we're able to give time to Krishna? Till when we'll divide, keep ourselves away from such transcendent pleasure, ananda, bliss? Everyone has to work for maintenance of his body and soul together, and Krishna recommends herein that one should work for him. Everyone has to eat something to live, therefore he should accept the remnants of foodstuffs offered to Krishna. Any civilized man has to perform some religious, ritualistic ceremonies, therefore Krishna recommends, do it for me. And this is called Archana. Everyone has a tendency to give something in charity. Krishna says, give it to me. And this means that all surplus money accumulated should be utilized in furthering the Krishna conscious movement, basically in preaching activities, so that more and more people get access to this wonderful knowledge. Nowadays, people are very much inclined to the meditational process, which is not practical in this age. But if anyone practices meditating on Krishna 24 hours a day by chanting Hare Krishna mantra round his beat, he's surely the greatest meditator and the greatest yogi, as substantiated by 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Okay? Do it for me. This is the crux. Now, whatever you do, think for whom you're doing. Write down all your attachments. Oh, I have so many attachments. And then write down how much time you give to Krishna. No attachment, hardly any attachment. So we have to interchange our priorities in life so that you're able to develop real attachment with Krishna. That is the perfection of life. That will bring peace, happiness, everything what we want, what we are looking for, what we are searching for. Everything we're trying to accumulate, mind you, is a dead matter. Cannot give you any joy. ये सब गाड़ी बंगले किसके बने हैं? 5 महाभूतों के. They are dead matters. They have no propensity to give any joy. So accumulate blessings of Krishna as much as possible. Golokera prema dhana hari nama. Chant as much as possible. That is real asset, real wealth. And Prabhupada advising, to make it happen, we have to seriously think and change our lifestyle so that we're able to do them. Not only keep saying, we can't do, we can't do, we can't do, we can't do. कब तक बोलेंगे ऐसे? And delaying the process, isn't it? Okay, so I'll stop here. If you have any comment or question, you can ask. Yes, Chandni Mataji.
कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। Prabhuji, it is mentioned here in this verse 3.19, to be a good man and non-violent is personal attachment. How do I understand this, Prabhuji?
So, material world has a nature of duality. Okay. In this material world, something is good, something is bad. Correct? Even Vedas, you'll find ye karo, wo mat karo, ye karo, wo mat karo. All of this is applicable in material life. Okay. So we don't want to become a bad man, a good man. We want to become Krishna's man, in which everything is good. Why? Everything transcendental, beyond three gunas, beyond duality. So हम अपने हिसाब से नहीं बता सकते कि हम there are a lot of good people, they say when we go to them to preach Krishna consciousness, बोलते हैं देखो मैं तो बड़ा भलाई काम कर रहा हूँ, दान पुण्य करता हूँ, मुझे और कुछ करने की आवश्यकता नहीं. I am a very good man in their definition. Even that good work is also sin. Why? It binds. So even a good job, good work in this material life is bad because the result is binding. Correct? So when you follow Krishna's instruction, it goes beyond good or bad. It goes beyond good or bad. जैसे कुरुक्षेत्र के युद्ध में Krishna asked Yudhishthir to lie. Correct? He told Yudhishthir, announce करो. कौन क्या नाम था उसके बेटे का? अश्वत्थामा मारा गया. No, Yudhishthir said, I am a good man. I cannot lie. Correct? This was Yudhishthir's reply. So he was attached to his goodness of being a good man. No attachment. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Whatever Krishna says, just do it. And end में अर्जुन बोला भगवान को, करिष्ये वचनम तवा. Krishna, now I am confused. Whatever you say, I will do it. So he renounced all his attachments. I will not kill him. I will not kill him. He said, whatever you tell me, I will do it. That is Krishna conscious life. Whatever Krishna said, just do it. That is on transcendental platform, not a material platform. There is nothing good or bad about it. So we cannot be attached to our opinion of being good. Like for some people say, I don't need Krishna. मैं कितना भलाई काम कर रहा हूँ. मानव सेवा माधव सेवा ऐसे बोलते हैं ना, सुना है आपने? मानव सेवा माधव सेवा नहीं, माधव सेवा मानव सेवा. This is a correct definition. Because when you serve Krishna, you will serve every living entity, including an ant. That is real seva. When you are doing Madhav Seva, you will make everybody do Madhav Seva and deliver them forever from this messy life. So it's not Manav Seva is Madhav Seva, it's Madhav Seva is Manav Seva. You make a big temple in Udaipur. 1,000 people will come. Correct? Get attached to Krishna and get delivered. So first you serve Madhav, Krishna will empower you to serve Manav in the real sense, for the real benefit, not for some temporary benefit. So people say, oh, मैं देखो धर्मशाला खोला, हॉस्पिटल खोला, इतना अच्छे काम कर रहा हूँ, मुझे जरूरत नहीं है कुछ करने की. I am very happy what I am doing. So they are attached to being good. जैसे when Krishna sent his Gwal Bal to those Brahmanas who were performing yagyas, यज्ञ कर रहे थे ब्राह्मण, स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा. Krishna was hungry, Balaram was hungry, and they sent these Gwal Bal to Brahmanas to give something to eat. Krishna, Balaram and him. They didn't even bother to respond. Look at them. They kept saying swaha, swaha, because they think we are very good. We are performing yagyas. Let Krishna remain hungry. Let Balaram remain hungry. We are very good people. So this is attachment to being good. So we don't want to be in Sattva-guna. We'll get stuck in Sattva-guna. We want to be Krishna's people. Whatever pleases Krishna will do. Not what pleases us. If Krishna is pleased by Arjuna by killing Dronacharya. Arjuna should kill Dronacharya. If Krishna wants Yudhishthira to lie to establish a bigger cause, Yudhishthira should lie. That is his dharma, not what he thinks is dharma. So good, bad, both are material. Krishna's instruction is transcendental, beyond three gunas. Make sense, Mataji? Okay, Anita Mataji, yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam.
Oh, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I have a question to ask. It's a bit of a sensitive question, so I hope I'm not offending anybody in the group. Apart from ISKCON, there's also other religious groups like Brahma Jyoti and Art of Living. So now in Art of Living, they practice that through breathing and breathing techniques and meditation, you connect to a higher power. So what is your take on that, Prabhuji? Is that the correct way?
No, Mataji, it is not the correct way. Because it is not based on scriptures. It is self-manifested way. For this yuga, I am saying. ऐसा नहीं कि what they are doing is wrong, but that is not the process for this yuga. Yate dhat dhyayato Vishnu, tretayam yajato makhay, dvapare paricharyayam, kalo tad hari kirtanat. So Shastra describe yuga dharam for all four yugas. For Satyuga, meditation. Right? For Treta Yuga, it is performing yajnas. For Dwapara Yuga, very opulent deity worship. And for Kali Yuga, Krite Kalo Tad Hari Kirtanat, simply chanting the holy name. So they will not get perfection. They may get little bit of material peace, but not perfection. They don't belong to any sampradaya. Which parampara they belong to, which is mentioned in scriptures? No sampradaya. You see, they worship everybody. They don't even know who is God. Right? So, art of living is Krishna teaching in this chapter, Karma Yoga, how to perform activities. So, for one to be bona fide, first, that institute should belong to a parampara, bona fide parampara, which is revealed in scriptures. We should ask this question to them. I'm also not, let me remove recording from here. It's not good just to be recorded.